What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's Professor Anime coming back at you with another video today. So we are finally on episode 4 of Boku dake ga Inai Machi. Now, this episode had a pretty big conclusion at the end. However, I really don't think what happened in this conclusion is what is to be assumed. Now, at the end of this episode, we get to see that Satoru discovers that Hinazuki did not arrive at class. She is late. Now, many of us are probably assuming that she is probably dead. However, I don't really think she is dead because of the fact, if you notice throughout the entirety of this episode, and also in the past episodes, it's just been Satoru spending time with Hinazuki and just getting to know her better and try to get her trust in order to just hang out with Satoru to begin with. And you know, they were going to the museum in this episode, the planetarium. They also just were, you know, playing chess with one another. They were just doing the little things just to spend time with one another, and Satoru was doing his best for him to spend as much time with Hinazuki as possible in order to prevent her death. And if we see in this episode, we get to see that, you know, Satoru is going to Hinazuki's house pretty much every day now to pick her up from her house and walk her to school. That way they can walk to school to one another because they are now on that level. They're on that level, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, in the conclusion of this episode of Boku dake, Satoru doesn't go to Hinazuki's house. It's like he completely forgot about her. So maybe she just didn't go to school because of the fact that Satoru ended up forgetting. Because there is still that promise that Hinazuki has with Satoru, and that was to give him her birthday present. She could have died, yes, she could have died, but I'm pretty sure this is just, you know, Satoru's fault. He forgot to pick up Hinazuki like he does every day, and that is probably why that Hinazuki didn't, you know, it's assumed that she's dead. Maybe that is why Hinazuki didn't end up showing up to class at all, because of the fact that Satoru and Hinazuki now go to school together. Also, what's very interesting about this episode is the moments where Satoru ended up spending time with Hinazuki. It's almost like he was experiencing deja vu, like he has completely, you know, come across these situations and come across these dialogues that he has given out before. So it's very interesting. It's very interesting because maybe he has spent time with Hinazuki before. I mean, there was the whole fact, like in episode 1, that his mother kept Hinazuki's case files like away from him, like explaining the whole situation and what went down. Because, as we know, the mother ended up keeping things from Satoru to begin with because of the fact that he was a child, and later announced it later down the line when he became an adult. So my question is this: were Hinazuki and Satoru friends beforehand, and maybe he just doesn't remember this? Or maybe, because of the fact that he remembers all this, maybe Satoru is actually the killer? Mind blown. Nah, I'm just kidding. Or am I? But yeah, I really think that about does it for my review of Boku dake ga Inai Machi episode 4. Pretty much all that went down in this episode was just Satoru trying to spend enough time with Hinazuki as possible and trying to prevent her death. And then we get that conclusion at the end, which is also worth talking about, which a lot of theories are probably gonna, you know, surface after this review. Or, well, technically I'm late on this review, so probably already people are starting to form their theories and try to piece everything together. But still, Boku dake, really great episode. I am really enjoying this series a lot. It's probably my top contender for anime of winter 2016. I think it really is, because as far as plot, animation goes, and just pacing alone, like, this is the anime that I think will be my top contender for anime 2016, for winter at least. So yeah, we got a lot of sweet moments in this episode as well. We saw, you know, Hinazuki and Satoru hanging out at the planetarium. You know, the dialogue that Satoru was saying out loud in his classroom, like, "You look pretty today." You know, it's very funny, but at the same time, it's kind of weird because Satoru has stated that he is technically a adult in a child's body before, and you know, we've seen this through the episodes from him experiencing the rival and pretty much bringing his adult mind all the way back to the past to where he was a child. So it's kind of a little bit weird at the same time, because while he has the image of a little child, he has the mind of a 29-year-old male, and he is getting embarrassed in these types of situations with this little kid, and it's kind of weird. So I don't know how I really feel about the whole romance thing, but whatever, it's anime. That about does it for my review of Boku dake ga Inai Machi, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments down below on what you exactly thought about this episode of Boku dake ga Inai Machi, and do you think it is your top contender for anime 2016 for the winter season? Let me know in the comments down below. And of course, if you like this video, please give it a like, and if you want to stay up to date to my future content on this channel, please hit that red subscribe button below, and you'll never miss a video from me. That about does it for this video, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Have a great day.